Well, it is one of the quality of life offenses, and you can't just take one of those quality of life offenses. It's like three-card Monte and pickpocketing and shoplifting and graffiti defacing our public and private walls. They're all in the same area of destroying our lifestyle and making it difficult to enjoy life, and I think has to be responded to. And so I've told you that the response that I think a repeater, three-time repeater should get would be 5 days in jail.
What are we doing here today?
For Red Bull Writers Block, and I guess what they've done is they brought in graffiti writers from all around the country to come in and paint at Sloss at this crazy factory and sort of just showcase what they do. I think a lot of people harp constantly, when I say people, I mean the general public. Basically, like, the common question among general public is like, is it vandalism or is it art? And there's a real easy answer to that. It's both.
Yo, my name is Pose 2. From New York originally. I'm like a gypsy right now. Been in Philadelphia for like 12 years. And now I'm headed out west. San Diego, baby.
Nice.
Sunshine and Pacific Ocean. You heard? This is like Red Bull's Writers Block. And just out here getting busy, man. An opportunity to create. Who's gonna turn down an opportunity to create, man?
Exactly.
This is what we do, man. This is what we know. We reached a point in our lives that we're doing what we love to do, and there's nothing better than that.
How long have you been doing this?
Since '76.
What's a big misconception about graffiti art, you think?
The big misconception?
Yeah.
Number one is that it's not art. Look at all the art forms like Impressionism and all those cats. They went through the same shit. You know what I mean? When that came out years ago and they were out doing that shit, and abstract realists, they were like, yo, what the fuck is that? That shit is not qualified. It's not art. It's not art. We the same rebels, yo. We just the modern day rebels, man. You know, and now it's like slowly but surely it's leaking in and you can't ignore it anymore.
Big misconception is that all graffiti writers are vandals and, like, you know, they're just out to destroy shit, but it's not even about that, you know? I mean, well, you got some of the best graffiti writers in the world fucking together at one spot painting pieces on rail containers that are going to be shipped out across the United States. So, I mean, you got dudes that are legends, guys that, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't even be painting graffiti. Like T-Kid and Seth and those guys, like, that's all my graffiti's based on, is their work in New York City in the 1980s. Like, if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't see me up here today. Like, that's, hands down, like, that's the purest form of graffiti to me, and that's all that matters to me, is the 80s.
Dude, I've been doing this shit since '73, and it's funny because I'm gonna be 45 this year, you know, and I'm not as active as I used to be back in the days, but I still do a lot of shit overseas. You know, my whole mission now is to just do shit on a different level, man. You know, I killed New York, so I got nothing to prove over there. You know, but I come to places like this, get involved with these little events, just keep the name alive. It's funny because I got into graffiti. I didn't even really start to write graffiti, man. I was drafted by graffiti. You know, it was all about gangs back in the days, and you know, I was a little toy tagger. Ran King 13. I got grabbed by a gang. I was tagging on their turf, Bronx Enchanters, and they made me join a gang or beat my ass for tagging on the turf. So I joined the gang. You know, and next thing I know, I'm fucking tagging up King 13, Bronx Enchanters, getting up people, Bam Bam, Satch, you know, all these kids and shit. And then I left that gang, you know, really didn't think about graffiti much until I got involved with the Renegades of Harlem, and I started writing 7102. You know, it was always a gang thing about getting up the gang and shit, you know, that's really what it was for me. Next thing I know, I got shot. I said, fuck this gang shit. I don't want to write King, I don't want to write Sen. I came up with T-Kid in the hospital and shit. Next thing I know, I'm writing T-Kid. That was in '77. So I already had, what, 4 years under my belt, you know, getting up and shit like that as a toy. But I was getting up. And once I hit T-Kid, I just, like, after getting shot, my whole mentality changed. It was all about, you know, not just tagging and bombing. For me, it was about doing elaborate fucking pieces. I wanted the king lines with fucking outsides. I wanted to be known as the king of the burners, bro.
I never realized it meant so much to them, you know? I just thought they were writing anything, but I guess it has a deep meaning.
I write Sesh 1. I'm from the Bronx. I've been writing for 20 years. And I'm here in Alabama, continuing legacy.